as you're faced with complex problems, you're going to want to try to simplify things as much as possible. And it starts with having the right partners, someone like where not only are they a cultural fit, but they also have the same values and are valuing on technology. So specifically, for example, we've got all these different vendors we deal with, from ocean carriers, multiple inland freight carriers, our multiple warehouses, return centers. Of all of the different entities within our supply chain, Flexport's the only one that's on Slack. Now that might sound small, but I can have immediate communication just like I do internally, just like I do with Sonos in China, just like I do with Sonos in the Netherlands, that instant communication. So that's one way where we're getting out of the emails and we're using technology to do that. And another way is the portal, which was mentioned previously, that portal, with my origin team, we can be having full conversations through the portal about a specific shipment with the documentation there, all the expectations. That Flexport, it's on their portal, so they're involved in the conversation as well. So again, just simplifying the solution to something that was historically done through email, was cumbersome, and you're sifting through, you're trying to take a reference number and figure out what shipment. I mean, we're in different time zones, we're global, it's challenging. So those are just some of the examples in which how we really are using, and this is not a plug for Flexport or a commercial, but we really are using the technology that they provide, because it makes my life easier. And I'm communicating now with my team in China through their technology, and it's streamlining things and creating much more efficiency.
If you think about like Sonos and Outdoor Voices, the last couple of things that you've done that have been the most transformative for the supply chain, where in the organization are those ideas coming from? And then how are you implementing? So is it, especially with the trade uncertainty, is it that the CEO is calling you and saying like, hey, what's the strategy? Help me figure this out. We need to put this in place. Or is it, your warehouse worker that is identifying a certain pain that they want your help to fix? Where do the ideas come from?
I would say our community, right? So both internal to our team as well as outside the four walls, right? What our consumer is demanding is driving the decisions that we are making. Given the nature of our business, we're not fast fashion, but we're seasonally based, right? So we're pushing inventory in that has 120, 150 day lead time, right? To make sure that gets right when we reach the goal. We're really listening to our customer to understand what they're driving us for. So as far as who's making the decisions, yes, ultimately it's a leadership decision on where we're making capital investments and driving the business. But where we look to, where we listen to is primarily driven by our customer.
When we talk about culture, I think there's the culture between companies, but then you also have culture between different geographical locations. Yeah. And I think that technology, if it's used properly, can be great with bringing those different cultural differences together, but you have to have everybody on board willing to adapt to that different technology or accept it.